It's Monday, cocksuckers, and you better come prepared because they don't fuck around on Monday. Monday, most people come in, I had such a great weekend. Oh my God, go fuck yourself. That was then. This is now, bitch. It's a whole new set of rules. It's Monday. If you ain't waking up with the taste of blood in your fucking mouth like a shark 5 feet from the shore, you fucked up. You understand? Because Monday is when you go, everybody else is like, still the weekend, you fucking up.
Hey. What's going on? Building.
Now you echo.
I don't know what's going on.
Turn it down. I think the feedback, somebody, see if you lower your volume or whatever, maybe. Yeah, see what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Like I said, hey, everybody. It's Motivational Monday. You know we do this each and every Thursday. I got the King in the building. I got Shawn in the building. We do this every freaking Monday. We can't wait to get together to motivate y'all. Throw some things that talent like to stay up on the wall, see if they stick. And most importantly, get your week off to the start that it's supposed to get off to. So, as always, first and foremost, salute to my co-host, talent, Shawn down there at the bottom. We always go and just tell how the weekend was and how everything kicked off. I'm gonna start this round. First off, I gotta give a big shout out to my brother there, talent. I started on Thursday last week and then it just spun on into the weekend. Dope gala that he shared with me. We had a chance to go and be a part of on Thursday down on Wall Street. Incredible event. Just to give y'all a quick idea, it was a celebration of two people and two icons who you guys know extremely well. One was Lisa. The other one was the gentleman Strife for the song "Set It Off." Those were two of the people who were honored, as well as 3 or 4 other incredible people. But the whole concept and the ideology is for educating ourselves and educating our young people. And it was just an incredible gala, incredible space. So first and foremost, thank you to you on that. Friday night, a very good friend of mine had a birthday celebration up in the Bronx. So I got a chance to slide up there for a little while and enjoy that with some other friends of mine. And then Saturday, all black affair at Taj, and had the opportunity again to see some people who we ain't seen in a while. Lord Jamal stopped by along with his brother Grand Poobah. Grand Poobah and Lord Jamal stopped by, ripped the stage for about 4 songs, killed the event. And Sunday, I just stayed in the house. I was on recoup mode. I was like, let me get myself together for this upcoming week, get myself together for this show, because again, this is what I love to do, is get on here and give you guys some nuggets, some things to think about. So that was my weekend recap. Brother Shawn, how was your weekend, sir? Talk to me.
Well, first of all, it's good to see you. It's great to be here. I also feel the same way. Couldn't wait for us to get online this Monday evening to drop the jewels and drop the knowledge. So my weekend was an incredible weekend. It was so much going on this weekend that I did the same thing. I fell out on Sunday, relaxed, and then forgot I had to go back out again to do another show. But it was a beautiful weekend. Flew down to Dallas, Texas on Friday. Me and the New York King Talent was down there. And shout out to Chris Love and all the folks down there. We had the Dallas meets New York football annual football event down in Dallas, Texas. And when I tell you, I had such a good time, Amir Silly, and only stayed in Dallas for literally 6 hours. Got to the airport. Forgot my passport in the hotel room. We found the passport. I called the New York King. Hey, get my passport. I meet you when I see you. And they couldn't find the passport with the front desk. And Chris Love got my passport, so I felt good about that. Then came back out here to Pennsylvania and did 2 dope shows. We did a comedy series weekend on a Saturday night and a Sunday night. The community came out and supported it, and we had a great time. So Blessings to everyone that's out here in these streets for the weekend and having a good time and being around great people. And that's the way I felt this whole weekend. So I'm rolling on a national high for the weekend right now, even today. And Motivational Monday, this show actually tops off the weekend for me.
Hey, Amir, speak again real quick. Let me hear your voice.
Can you hear me?
Okay, you loud and clear. Shawn, you go out, come back in. Pop out, pop right back in, because your audio is real low.
Okay.
Like he just said, a lot of you guys touched on the weekend. It's funny because Thursday I'm hanging with you, Amir, so you know what that DT's foundation was all about and that great night. And then Friday I'm with Shawn in Texas, so he knows what that veteran thing was all about. The dopest part about the New York meets Dallas trip this year is that it did fall on Veterans Weekend, so they were able to play off of that, and a lot of their crowd, believe it or not, I want to say about 20-30% have served. They have served, so they were veterans. So, and the camouflage comedy show and party was, everything was just, a splendid situation and everything. And then I finally got a day's rest on Saturday, got back Sunday, and was able to just relax and take it slow. The house wasn't in a disarray because sometimes the dogs could be a bit much. And coming back, they were not. So I was like, yo, God is good, man. I was like feeling real good and shit and counting my blessings. So just to catch everybody up, that's what it was. Shawn, say something real quick.
1 2 1 2 1 2.
Okay, see if you can cut your volume up if you can.
Okay. I hear echo.
Yeah, I hear like a whistling. Cut your volume down, Shawn. Let me see something. Yeah, that's what it is. You on the Droid phone too?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody having tech. Pardon me, people out there for the technical difficulties in real time, but there's a bug in Chrome's service that they're trying to fix, and the notice comes up as soon as you log in and says, "Hey, man, you're gonna get the echo." So yeah, so keep the volumes as low as you can until you are talking. We need to hear you. I'll let you know if it's too low or too high, whatever. But today, Motivation Monday, uh, I experienced something over the weekend. The thing about, and Shawn will tell you this, the hazard of our job, Amir, is the never being able to cut off the analytics. You're analyzing every inch and every minute of the fucking day, even inadvertently at times. So here's the situation. I'm fucking, a dude knows my situation, right? And I'm like, yo, keep me away from XYZ. Yeah, no problem, no problem. And then I find that you kind of put me in what I tell you, keep me away from. So a red flag, I had a whole day to think about it and every angle and the possibility, this, that, the third. And it brought me to this topic today. And I said, I want to share this Monday and get everybody's thoughts on it, because we have people that inadvertently, not inadvertently, that subliminally do shit or say shit or think shit about all of us. We're humans. And humans navigate around other humans, and they do this shit sometimes by default. Now, I remember when we were growing up, and motherfuckers, the slang finally came out of haters. When slang came out of haters, here's the funny thing is people our age made it up. So it meant something different. So it meant like literally like, yo, you're a hater, like you want to see me do bad, or you're against this or that or whatever. As it got, went on for years and decades or whatever, the youngsters got a hold of it, and they kind of oversaturated what it meant. So they took it from you really being detrimental or against to every little thing you don't care for, you hate it. They just fucked the word up. I hate to hear it sometime now because young niggas just fucking, oh, you a hate. He's not a hater. He just don't like blue. What the fuck?
Yeah.
He's not a hater. He likes red. What the fuck? But they took it and exaggerated like that and over embellished it, right? And now, fast forward another probably half a decade or so, you got to understand there's a difference in somebody hating, somebody just not liking, and then somebody really on a mission of sabotage. Real-time sabotage. These people, to me, you got the unlikers, you got the haters, and you got the sabotage. Like, to sabotage someone is a different level of envy, hate, or evil. Those are your three brackets. It falls in one or the other. You know what I mean? You just envy, you hate, have hatred for, or you just fucking plain evil. You know what I mean? Because sabotaging is some tricky shit. You have people that we all seen, like Ocean's 11s and fucking movies like that, Inside Job, Inside Man, all that shit. Where you get a guy in the inside, makes your job, if you're going to commit this crime, makes it a lot easier to have a guy in the inside. He knows everything. Yo, they're going to clock out at 3. Oh, combination of this. There's 3 people working. But that's the inside man. He's planning to help whatever entity sabotage this system and whatever it is already. I think I've seen that this week in human form. And once you see it, you know, that one time that your light bulb go off, you start to sit back and think of other situations and other time, people, places, and things where, wow, you know what? That motherfucker was sabotaging me when he did that. It wasn't an accident. You ever see a Lifetime movie and the bitch want to pour the wine on the bitch dress? And she go, ooh, the bullshit. Oh, the bitch, nothing about that look accidental. So when you play these things back, it's like now, like, oh shit. So I started laying in the bed for a whole day and part after finding these little instances. And I said, you know what? I'm bringing that. I want to bring it to the show because I want to hear y'all takes on it. But more importantly, I want to fucking, know, have you ever looked back and seen that? Because some people will sabotage. Don't get me wrong. You got people that self-sabotage too. But from outsiders coming in, it's like one thing to, I don't care if you don't like talent. That's your prerogative. I don't care if you, fuck talent, I get all type of shit. People, the ones that don't like me, those little bit of minuscule numbers, you got to hear the reasons. He used to fuck with my girl. I fuck talent. Yeah, he could have bought a pair of sneakers from my Foot Locker. Man, fuck you. But you get these people that come inside and they can self-sabotage. There's a difference. Everything's not a hater. Some people just don't like something, and they got that right. But what about the evil people who are on a bigger mission? I mean, I know you can go back in your brain in time and go, oh, this dude tried to, this woman tried. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what's amazing about this topic in general, and then in particular, is you're absolutely right. You probably have more moments where those categories have come up and you realize. And it happens from everything from family to friends. You out with your girlfriends and the bill come up and there's always one girlfriend who says something outlandish like, Sharon always only comes with advertisers. Why would you say that? If that's her thing and she knows her money's not where it needs to be, then let her do what she's doing to be a part of the situation. To what you're speaking to, and especially, like you said, we in 2000 now. But in the 90s, oh my God, the hate and the craziness was wild. And much more so because people genuinely didn't get a chance to know you. They were just going off of, like you said, T. I like the same girl you like. And she's not really giving me the attention that I might like. So I start saying underhanded things either about you or to your point, knowing that you got maybe two factions in a specific spot. They come over there, befriend one, and bring them closer to the one that you know the other one that's in there. So you're trying to keep the factions apart so that there's no drama on anybody's part.
Right.
So when you brought that up, or when you bring it up tonight, I know all the time now I try to look back at moments and just see where things might have gone incredibly well, or if things went wrong. To your point, what contributed to and why those things went wrong. And I think the word haters. It's funny that you even said that repurposed it in a real sense. Me personally, I've already said to myself that the word haters now is more so a microcosm of somebody who's frustrated with not stepping into their own lightness and doing what it is they want to do. So Talon is doing this thing in comedy. Sean's doing this thing in comedy. These guys are legends and they, command multiple rooms. I'm just getting started, and as opposed to me putting in the work, and when I go to whatever rooms I do go to, I just give them the business so that people want to come out and see me. I'd rather sit on the side and just sort of hate, Sean ain't as funny as he think he is. He said that joke about 17 times. T always, with the Heinekens, he don't got another gimmick. Like, it's just simple little things like that that I find a lot of times, like you said, you have to deal with. But I think the biggest thing that you have to deal with is finding those people in those moments and then taking whatever corrective measures you need to take in order to, one, either not be in that situation ever again, or know that that person in particular, that's how they operate. So once you know that, you move differently. You're like,
That's
such
what I'm
such in the
saying. That's
building.
exactly what I'm saying. That was the case for me. Like, I removed myself from the situations because you can't ration with the irrational. And once you deem somebody irrational, their behavior, whatever, their response, how they like to, it's an art, bro. The art of sabotage is real. That's a fucking art. You heard about the art of war, the art of noise, all that. The art of sabotage is also an art. You know what I mean? You got people that are so good at this, brother. For their entire lives, they have been breaking couples up, breaking families up, making motherfuckers migrate and move to other places they don't want to move. And like, the art of sabotage is real. I was in the airport coming back from Texas, and I'm in my music zone and just pulling songs up after songs, just enjoying good music. And one of my favorite Brian McKnight songs, it never ceased to amaze me how we could listen to shit and still don't hear shit till later. You love the song, you know all the lyrics, but you didn't hear something. You listen. Melody, the word, you got the word. You can fucking, you know the words by heart, but you ain't listening to it. So he got a line, and Back to Me, the song Back to Me on the Anytime album. And the line says, he's singing the line, and he says, I could be all you need me to be. And for some reason in that moment, hearing it in the airport, it hit me different. It resonated different. And this is a man, I'm like, oh wow, this is the recipe for failure, whatever this relationship is going to be, because you said I could be the man you need me to be. I think nobody should do that. I think that either I met you and you're the person that I already need you to be. You're that person. I'm not going off potential. I'm not going off what your mama said. If you got to make yourself something that I need to be, then I'm not really getting you, and you're not really this person. And we're starting off with the fucking art of sabotage.
Yeah.
Shawn, I'm sorry.
Listen, the art of sabotage.
Turn it up a little bit.
This is great.
Turn your volume up.
Turn your volume up.
I'm gonna turn the volume up. Then I'm gonna say a few words and shut it down. Here's the blessing. There's a blessing in this. You talk about haters. A lot of times you can't detect the haters. A lot of times the haters are around you. You don't even know it. Sometimes people that dislike you, they'll stumble up and you'll figure out that they don't like them. Or some people will tell you that they don't like you. Somebody told that to me recently. But the blessings is the fact that the folks that sabotage, you know who they are. Because there's a lot of people, when the sabotage happens, it happens right then and there. You're blindsided by it. You don't know what's going on. The blessing is when you know a person that's trying to sabotage your whole situation. That's the true blessing of this whole situation. Because you're right. These people, listen, there's a lot of dysfunction in this world. A lot of us need therapy. Uh, but these folks who sabotage, they don't want to see you happy. They want to see your whole spirit destroyed. Especially if you're living. If you're living good and you're doing and people have love for you, the folks that sabotage, they want to destroy what's going on. So the blessing is that we know the people that want to sabotage the situation or your situation. I went through that.
All right, cut your volume down. I'm gonna say this: you hit the nail on the head right there. And the next thing is this too. We got to look at this. Sabotaging is way worse and on a different level than haters. I'll take haters every day over sabotage. I'll take haters for 400, Alex, because the haters is 100% on them. The whole problem is on them. It's nothing on you. 100% on them. Why? Because they're doing that from a proximity. People who are able to sabotage us, per se, we have let in. Understand the difference. Understand the difference, nigga. Because a hater, like Amir said, nigga over there in the club just talking shit, mumbling, Shawn wears hat to the side, bitch ass nigga, da, da, da. He ain't in though. All that shit he talking can affect you because you over there. You, nigga, we used to say, nigga, you winking in the dark. Nobody sees you. You over there, you're not in. But to sabotage means you have some sort of in. You understand what I'm saying? You could set me up, you could trick me, you could jump me, play boom. That's not sabotage. Sabotage is hoping on the takedown, the implode, if you will. So for a person to get there, he had to get in. I don't know how deep they can be, he or she can be in, but they had to get in some form of fashion. Now that could be, I invite Shawn, hey Shawn, you know, come on out, blah blah blah. And Shawn, all right, cool. And somebody comes and gets in with Shawn into that inner whatever that thing is. It could be a wedding reception, baby shop, whatever. But it's real close knit and it's important, and it's in somebody's world, somebody's real personal world. And that motherfucker got in with Shawn. He came in through the door with Shawn, smoothed over with a couple of family relatives or whatever, but he's in. So now, here goes the bullshit, the Lifetime movie. Whatever it may be. He may want your wife. He's in love with her. Maybe he's just a fucking child molester and want to take your kids. Maybe you got more than him and he want to figure out a way you lose this house. Whatever the fuck it is. He's in to an extent. So the sabotager is worse on us because we got to take some sort of accountability. How did this nigga get into a position, he or she, to even pull something off that we could call it sabotage in the first place? So some of that's on us. A hater, that's all on the hater. All you doing is coming in with a negative opinion of whatever, or that you're against or whatever, and it's your prerogative, it's your right. Bobby Brown was right, it's your prerogative. However, it's all on you. But when we talk sabotage, Amir, two things. Now we're getting a little more closer to that evil meter.
Yes.
I can rank you as evil, first of all. And second of all, now you in here somehow, some way, you're close to me in that inner circle where you can do damage.
You know what's so funny? The word sabotage or saboteur, for somebody who that's what they do. You're absolutely right. The inroad usually probably comes in one or two ways. Like you said, they could be invited in, or unfortunately sometimes, and this, just as things to think about. This is probably why they say bad boys move in silence and violence. Because when you're doing whatever it is you plan to show the world or doing because it's something that is innately in you, you probably need to do it with maybe a select few people knowing, again, who you truly trust versus just telling people, yo, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Because to your point, P, somebody who's a hater can move into the saboteur space because they started out just I'm throwing shots from the perimeter.
Right.
But because I know you and because we close, I keep listening and the fact that I'm jealous or the fact that I wish I was in the position you were in, I then start, to your point, planting seeds and or doing things that now are looking to watch this thing, like you said, implode or take this whole thing down. And probably that's the scariest and the worst thing that you could possibly encounter, because in all fairness, you're saying to yourself, this is somebody who I respect. This is somebody who I care about. This is somebody who I love. And I want them to be, a part of what it is I'm trying to accomplish here. And I want them to experience it, because that, in a nutshell, is going to make it incredible once all is said and done. But obviously,
You still there, Amir?
yeah, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you because it just cut off. But your points are so valid, and my whole situation with the sabotage and sabotagee is the fact that these folks, like I talked about before, is mental health, is mental issues, is there's signs of control. When somebody want to sabotage, at the same time they want to control the situation. They're not looking at it like, okay, I'm not in their lives no more, or we're not. And it could be any relationship. It could be, I mean, it could be a contractual a relationship that could be sabotaged. It could be money. It could be recreational. It could be relationship. But a lot of it, to me, the core base of it is control. When somebody loses control of this situation, whether it's a man or woman, they will try to do anything they can to sabotage the whole situation. I went through that.
Right.
Where I entered a young lady's life, and the baby father, this guy lost his mind. Try to sabotage the whole relationship.
Well, that's where it's seen mostly. I think when we talk about sabotage, I think you can find it every day in almost every relationship. Whether sometimes it's a friend, sometimes it's a relative, sometimes it's motherfucker. It could be somebody that's just close. Like, that's why I never believed in like that whole nanny shit, that nanny butler shit. That's a little. I got mixed feelings about that, because again, you're letting somebody way in there, like your kids. See, this is a custom that our white counterparts are used to. They've been doing this since the beginning of colonization. Like, they've always had people raise their kids so they could kick back and or work on this or whatever. We're not like that. You know what I mean? Like, we don't come from. Part of it is because of the poverty and the levels of like Amir always says, our resource. We never always had resources to do it because it costs as well. But to me, I just have, I had the capabilities of doing that when my kids are little, but I wouldn't. I'm like, why we can't get up a couple of hours early and pick them up or drop them off or da da da. I said, because you're letting someone in that's very intimate in the family atmosphere. And anything goes wrong, you're never gonna forgive yourself. That's gonna be like, if that nanny or babysitter or counselor, whoever you put in charge of your kids, ever violate your kids, you put your kid there. I felt bad with my dogs when I would put them in like a boarding or something, and then I found out the boarding was all that great and it's a little inhumane or it could be bad. Like, I feel bad because they don't have a choice. I brought them niggas here.
Damn.
So if something goes wrong and I lose a dog, God forbid, or they pass away or something, blah, blah, it's on me, because the dog didn't walk to me with the fucking yellow page. Hey, I'm gonna go here. This is a good place. I took the fucking dog somewhere and it's on me. So the same thing with your kids and your family. That's like when people don't give a fuck and they throw the elders in those homes and stuff, but they ain't do the research, they ain't do the due diligence. They don't give a fuck. They just want them out the way. I can't be that. Like, I gotta really know that this is a good place. I gotta go by there, check up on motherfuckers and blah, blah, blah. Like, because you don't give a fuck. Now you got some other people taking care of your loved ones. The same people that when you was little and shitting on yourself had to deal with you. But now you get older, you want to party or whatever the fuck it is. But those people, inadvertently, whether you know it or not, no matter what job you sign them on to do, you have just let them in. It is physically impossible, Shawn, for us to not ever have give a person an opportunity to sabotage it. Now, they might be good people and just not do it, but the way you live life is you're letting people in and out all the time.
Hey, Rock Silly. Here's the kicker with all of this, and I'm glad that we're discussing it because now we're in the holiday season. The sabotage is gonna go to a whole nother level. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. Oh, it's time to start some shit now.
Yeah.
And this is the type of conversation that we gotta have to safeguard ourselves from folks that are really trying to hurt us via other people or other situations to really try to sabotage and hurt the way we feel and the things that we're going through. Everybody out there, heads up for the holiday.
That's a great point. That's a great point because I can relate, Shawn. You know what? That's a great point. You immediately, my brain. This is why I love these talks because it triggers so spark plugs up here that you ain't anticipate touching on, but is in that realm. So when you brought that up, and I'm probably sure some other listeners or watchers think the same thing. Their mind went to the holidays and those relatives in their lives and their circle and circumference are fucking assholes and troublemakers and sabotagers and you know what I mean? Like, so I know as soon as you said it, I said, this motherfucker used to come to everything. That quick, I done went back. PTSD is real, bro. As soon as you said it, I done went back. My whole face, that's this motherfucker. In 1992, and they came and then them niggas, but they your family. You know how they say you couldn't pick your family. So we have those relatives. You're absolutely right. And I think there was a chunk of time in my history, in my past, where I would kind of avoid
the family joint.
Or you know what I do, Amir? Or I time it weird. Like where I know I ain't gonna lie. It's like one or two Thanksgivings, nigga. I went to my mother's house and the hour's mad weird. My mother got the robe on. What you doing now, baby? Hey, I'm hungry, mom. You plate, whatever. And she just go in the kitchen, cook the plate. In my mind, I know she kicked these motherfuckers out. I don't want to be around these niggas. In my mind, but to her, it's just like, oh, I'm coming from some busy thing, and probably it's the only hour he wanted to see his mama. Bitch, I want this food. I just didn't want to deal with these motherfuckers I knew was in his house all day. So I timed this shit weird.
But you know what's so crazy? That goes back to what I was saying a little bit earlier about once you figure how certain people move, then you move accordingly. Because to your point, the holidays in theory is supposed to be one of many times during the year that we kind of get together to fellowship, see loved ones and be around each other. And all that kind of stuff. But you're absolutely right. The aunt or the uncle that you may or may not, or the cousins that you don't really want to be around. Even sometimes your own siblings. Because I know people, I don't like my brother, I don't like my sister. Now everybody is privy to, whatever they're privy to based off of their development and how they've grown up. But I think something that you said earlier that really spoke to me because it was something I was thinking about this weekend is understanding people for who they are, accepting them for that, and then moving again accordingly because you now know that that's who they are. We live in this weird space now where people are going off of assumptions based off of social media, based off of affiliations. I mean, I see you with talent. So that means you're a good guy because I know Talent's a good guy. I see you around Shawn Harvey. So that means, you got to be a good guy because, whatever. I've got so many people who think that I'm a comedian because they've seen me around you guys. And I always, correct everybody. I don't know. I love comedy. Those gentlemen, are comedians. And I just love being around them because of the things that I pick up and I learn. But I bring that to the conversation because I'm hoping that as we leave this year, something that you said a little bit earlier is the self-assessment. Because as you do those self-assessments, then going into the new year, you know what adjustments you need to make. What things you need to get stronger and better at. So that as you go into the new year, you go in with a different sense of how you handle things in this year. And what was good and what was bad. You know what I mean? So
no question. I mean, absolutely. I think when Shawn said the holiday, it's the holiday, it's about to get worse. Like Christmas is the one where, if you're a family like mine, Shawn, Christmas is the one where when you're a dad yourself, you kind of control that. When you're a parent, you can control how Christmas is going to go. I can stay in this house, make sure these kids open these presents, whatever, but Thanksgiving you can't, and New Year's sometimes you can't. But my family, all 3 holidays, my family they're going to get together around Christmas like it's Thanksgiving again. Yeah. You know what I mean? New Year's is a different animal, Shawn, because in our line of work, we're usually somewhere working. So ain't nothing but assholes. Like, ain't nothing but you're going to get every type. Yo, I remember when you're going to get that nigga. You're going to get you get a toast. Let's toast it up. You're going to get the drunk. You know what I mean? They're all going to be there. And you got to be there. See, that's the thing about when we working, man. Shawn fucking contracted to be there. So you can't you ain't on your time no more. You on their time. I tell you, Shawn, when you leave your house, you have clocked in. When I leave this door to go to a gig, soon as I leave this door, I'm clocked in, I'm zoned out. I know what it is. I know what I'm going to do. So, Shawn, tell me about your holiday coming up. What most likely can you get sabotaged? Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's?
Good question. I would say if there was any sabotage that was going down, I would probably say Thanksgiving and Christmas. But for me, that's not the case this year. But if that was to happen, it would probably be on the Thanksgiving and Christmas holiday. And back to all of that. That's why we have courts set up in the United States and all over the world. You got these family courts. You have visitation rights. All this is because of folks sabotaging the whole situation instead of making some type of mutual agreement where folks can co-parent. And the courts in America are built on folks who sabotage other people. I've sympathized right now for all the new relationships out there that want to go visit for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and you want to bring the new boyfriend or the new girlfriend around. But you got the crazy mother, like, and it goes back to what T was saying. Maybe you might want to go to my mom's house at 11 in the morning, chill, because this bitch is coming at 4.
Hey, yo, fuck all those families that keep having the ex around. I got a new girlfriend, yo. The fuck? She got a family. I hate those families, but them are the sabotagers. I come in there with my new girlfriend, the old bitch is sitting right there. So, and now y'all situated where I'm sitting across, this bitch ice grilling the new bitch. New bitch don't want to come back. This bitch has a family, mom. Let her go home.
Right. But that's real. But that's going to happen within the next three holidays, right?
Yo, it's inconsiderate is what it is.
You know what's so funny? Just by you bringing that up, it made me just think about the fact that saboteurs, again, like you said, can really be family members. Because even sometimes your siblings, Your sister, for instance, she might have got close with one of your exes, and to your point, they still rocking. You like, sis, she's 4 girlfriends ago. Like, what you doing? You messing up the bond here. We broke up for a reason. I ain't mad that you want to be cool with her, but inviting her here is not part of the deal. You do brunch with her on your time. Don't have us at the table. Like you said, everybody ice grilling. I gotta be on P's and Q's and all this stuff. And on your mom's, you know, like you said, on your mother, your father, I always like such and such. Ma, don't do that. Don't do that.
This bitch got a whole family. This is my family. This bitch got a whole family. This is where I'm supposed to be. I'm checking into my family only to have fucking. I've been cut this bitch off.
And you know what? Sabotage is real heavy when you has no connection with the family via a child. I can see if they had a child together. Okay, I get it. But this bitch don't have together. And she's still coming. Come on now.
Yeah, nigga Shawn said, I can see if she got. I don't give a fuck how many of my child you got. You have a family. Go to your family. This is my family. I don't give a fuck. You want to split the kids, take 2 with you, I take 2 with me. However you do that part, but you don't have to be here. I'm a grown-ass father. What the fuck is she there for? If the kids are here, I got it. If the kids are with you, you got it. But you shouldn't be here. Why are you here, man? Like, you know, and I'll lose it, bro, because I never forget my first love. That's how I got dumped. I went over there, and the new nigga was sitting on the couch. I don't know he the new nigga. I'm thinking one of her brother's friends. Brother come and meet me before I could get in all the way in the house past the kitchen. And they said, yeah, he did like this. I opened my hand, he giving me something. This nigga was giving me the necklace back. My necklace she was wearing, you know, back then that was a thing. Dropped the necklace, said, yeah, my mom said both of y'all can't be here. Both of who? I'm the guy. It's like, nah, it's new.
What?
I cried all the fucking way walking home, right? I'm like, I can't believe this shit. So, you see how that shit hurt, bro? Like, I'm the guy, then I go in there, the new guy, and then I gotta walk home because nobody informed me. There was no memo, no email, or heads up. It ain't like I'm there against my fucking old will. I'm where I'm supposed to be. So in this case, if I come home to my mother's house, my grandmother's house, my auntie's cooking, this is my family. So why is this bitch still sitting here?
I got a good question for y'all. Because like you said, Thanksgiving is coming out. To your point, T, and Shawn, when he comes back, do you feel obligated to make appearances? For instance, if you have a lady or something, like I gotta go over there and make an appearance at her people's house or whatever the case may be. Or do you feel obligated to go to yours and be like, look, collect the plate from over at people's house, and I see you back to the back cave.
Right. I think that's a case by case thing right there, man. It's all about how the two people feel. Like, you may get a couple. I think if you do get a couple and the dude's like, yo, I want to go to my mom's house, and the girl's like, well, I want to go see my mom in the and y'all mutually cool with that and agree with that, I got no problem with that. Like, it's about family. How we connect that family and connect those dots, that's on us. Like I said, if we both ain't got a problem with it, I don't care. In my past experience, whenever I was involved with somebody, and this is one of the, to me, like if you love women, like I love women because the way they move about certain things, like that back in those days, fucking women really, really were the backbone of their men. I'm not talking financially. I'm just saying, like, they were their backbone. So women had it in their heart to go to your mother's house more times than not. You know what I'm saying? What you trying to cook over there? Ramen noodles?
My fault, man.
Mute your shit, son of a bitch. Hit the mute mic, man. God damn. Mute your mic, Shawn. You try to cook. What you trying to cook? That's a damn shame. The nigga, you know how fucked up this nigga crib is? We talking about Thanksgiving and smoke alarm go off. We ain't cook nothing. We talking about his coming. This nigga shit is on Cincy. No, but you know what I'm saying? So it comes down to the couple. All jokes aside, it comes to the couple. So I've seen, but in my experience, Amir, I've had good women, like, and all women want to be where, unless it was something special going on, like her grandmother 90th, or they making something else about it, but just a traditional Thanksgiving, they want you to fucking, they'll go with you because you got the big fam and blah, blah, blah. And they felt like being your support and being there with you. And it's the holidays. It's my man. I want to be with him. You know what I mean? Like I could, if I look at 10 times, maybe once or twice, when a past ex-girlfriend said, hey, can you go over there? And usually when it happened, it was for a reason. Some sort of special thing attached to it, or it was, what do you call it, destination. We had to go somewhere. But other than that, I ain't got no problem. It's up to the two people. You heard the question, Shawn?
No, okay, what's the question?
Tell them,
I
man.
said, Shawn. I said, just thinking about it, generally speaking, do you feel obligated to go to your lady's family situation or go to yours? Because that's always a choice that you got to make, literally, in or around that time. Because you're not gonna make them both. You're gonna get that plate. You're gonna sit down, get tired, whatever. So you're not gonna make them both. So before you get into all that, you kind of decide: are we going over there to your people joint? I'm gonna go to mine. We're gonna go separate. And we meet back up in the middle or whatever.
Well, obligated. Strong word.
Strong word.
That's a strong word. When it comes down to
the man said obligated. Strong word.
To the holidays. We actually had that conversation the other day. So what we're gonna do? Thank God my family's coming out to the Poconos. So they staying out here with some of my other family. They got up in resort, timeshare. So we're gonna do half of the day with her family and half of the day with mine.
Nice.
Do I feel obligated to go ahead? Which way we're gonna go with this? There might be a part of me that's like, if you go to your mom's house, let's go over there, and I won't resist. But for this year, thank God, we're gonna split the time. So to answer your question, am I obligated? Part of me, yes. Part of me, no.
Okay. Well, if you're just tuning in, Motivation Monday, Amir, silly, crazy ass Shawn Harvey with the smoke detector and your boy Talent holding it down. We're talking about main topic about sabotaging, the art of sabotage. Now, I touched on it a little bit, but let's dive in this self-sabotage. So we got the art of sabotage, and then you got self-sabotage. Now, because it's Motivation Monday, I think it's very timely to tell our listening audience and watching audience that you guys have to look out for this. That's why they call it self-sabotage, because it's not me, it's not Amir, it's not the haters, it's not the family member we were talking about wrecking shit up. It's you. It's you. You are, in this case, the inside man I was talking about. You are your own inside man that sometimes can fucking hinder whatever it is you need to do. I'm gonna give you a perfect case in point, and I brought it up again this morning, talking to an Uber driver. That I'm never gonna forget when I was doing radio and interviewing this psychic lady, and this lady just started fucking reading me. Ain't nobody asked this bitch to read me, right? She on her way out the goddamn studio, and just stopped at the door, turned around and go, who got a red truck? And at the time I had one of them fucking cranberry Range Rovers. So I'm in my mind, it's not red. So I didn't even answer. And Jeff Fox goes, gee, you got the red truck, you got the Range. I was like, you think it's red? He's like, yeah, that's red in car. I'm like, okay, well, I got the red truck. And the bitch just started going in, showing like, yo, get rid of that truck. That's gonna be a waste of money, and you're gonna have a ton of electrical problems if you're not already. Now, mind you, while she's saying this shit, we done been to the fucking dealer 5 times with this electrical shit. But I'm acting like this with the face, like, don't let this lady talk about it. But inside, I'm like, that car gone as soon as I got out the studio. Like, get rid of it, blah, 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 blah. So then she goes, get ready, like she's about to turn and leave again, and goes, oh, who's Louise? So I said, and everybody's in there like, I don't know Louise. My sister Nugget, her nickname Nugget, her real name's Louise. So I said, my sister's Louise. The lady said, oh, yo, you need to answer her calls. And now, just to give you backdrop, again, I don't know this lady from shit. I've been ignoring this bitch calls. But the psychic said you need to answer the calls because to her, she said, I don't know how you look at her, but to her, you are the lifeline. Like you are, as far as she goes, if she talks to you, you're the difference in her killing herself or not. If she gets to talk. This is the lady telling me. And I'm like, oh, right. And then, but the thing about self, she goes, and before I get out of here, the most important thing about yourself is you need to stop procrastinating. I said, in my mind, I was in the procrastinate. I'm like, procrastinate? I don't procrastinate. She said, yeah, you do. You have no problem putting some shit off because you know you could do it 2 days later or next week or whatever, and you do it all the time. And I'm like, and that part, when she said it, I'll be honest with you, that's a bitch full of shit because I didn't see it like that. It wasn't until this bitch was resonating in my fucking headspace for the next 48 hours, and I'm breaking shit down, and I'm like, this bitch is true. It's right. I went to do something. And I go, I'll do that shit. And I caught myself and I went, this bitch is a genius. This bitch is Satan, you know. So self-sabotage for me was that. Even though it was little nitpicking along the way, self-sabotaging nevertheless. And that procrastination, who knows in hindsight, a lot of extra shit that was coming your way that you didn't get because of said procrastination. So we got to be careful of these little things. And I don't want people to get caught up in the word and thinking this is like, oh, you're going to die. You know what I mean? Or kill somebody and die. We're just saying you're hindrance. You're sabotaging something that could or would be, but it didn't because you did something or not. With me, I had to pick that shit apart. My brain, like I always do, go back. And I'm like, yo, I could find easily in 48 hours, I found easily like a 75 to 100 things. So I was like, fucking lady. You know what I mean? So you got to think to yourself, people out there, what am I doing? Am I doing something to self-sabotage myself or not? Can you find anything about yourself, Shawn?
Yeah, like anything else. Like I said, I would. Since we're talking about sabotage, when I was going through it, and I had a sabotage in my life, I was self-sabotaging myself because I was feeding into this individual. Instead of walking away, falling back, reset. I can't deal with this person in my life. I was actually engaging in it. So sometimes you're in an insane situation and you jump into the insanity because sometimes some of us are empathic and we want to be sabotaged in a weird sense. So yes, there's been times where I've been in a situation where I knew I could have walked away, remove this person out of my life, continue on with my life, but I stayed and put my hand on the fire one more time because it made me feel a certain way. And that's one thing about people who sabotage others. Sometimes we want to engage in knowing that we should, or sometimes these people will trigger us. Sometimes these people, they get around them. And sometimes like it doesn't kick in the moment, and we jump right into oh, here come this chick, and we feel a certain way. So sometimes you can sabotage yourself when you're around these people. So I've been guilty of that. Of course, I took a moment, step back, and go, yo, why am I doing this? Why am I making myself feel this way? Because of another individual. So that's part of self-sabotage as well.
Yeah, no question. If you're remember I said about sabotage meaning accountability, like so that's what like you're talking about those people that's around you. If you never caught on to that and then made your space how you want it to be, and you just kept doing it, that's on you. Like you're letting that goes back to what we were saying about letting them in. depending on how close those dudes around you are and got you doing things that maybe you wouldn't do on your own or ain't the best thing to do. That's what I mean by when I was saying earlier, like we let them in, so we got to take some accountability when we talk sabotage. Not haters, not dislikers, not the regular envious people, but those people that come in there, they got an ulterior motive, bro. They got a pre-plan, all type of shit. Amir, what could you think of when you look at oneself alone?
So funny. I think to both of your points, one of the things that we sabotage, or one of the ways we sabotage ourselves, is not recognizing what your gifts are, whatever they may be. I know to the point that you made about somebody sharing some information with you that you weren't looking to get. I had a similar situation happen at my day job. Doctor's office came in to share with us certain things that we could do in terms of how we hold our phones and all these different things. But long story short, there was one gentleman who did two things. He looked at my ear, and he did this other thing where he supposedly looked at my tongue or something, and he said, "You're an empath." And I was like, "What's that? I don't understand what that is." And he was like, he said, "That means you can feel other people's pain. You can sense when people are going through things." He said, like naturally stand next to him and absorb it and so forth and so on. Now the funny thing about it is, since I was a kid, I've had that ability, but you don't recognize it because you think it's something weird sometimes. You have an ability to hear, see, do certain things, and you just think because nobody else can do it, you're like, all right, I'm weird, so I'm gonna stay quiet about it, whatever. But I share that in this regard because the sooner you recognize it, step into it, and embrace it, the chances of you really walking in what your purpose is and the reason why you're here becomes not only clearer, but the things that surround you start to materialize in your life. And you find yourself like, oh, okay, this is how it's supposed to be. I'm all this time I'm trying to figure stuff out, and the pathway or the things that I was supposed to notice have been there. I just was not receptive to it.
Right.
So I think that the 3 points of views that we've given are all definitely ways to self-sabotage. But you got to look at yourself and see what from those pathways apply to you, and then take the necessary steps to get to where you're supposed to get to.
Yeah, no. That makes all the sense in the world. It's like, self-sabotage is probably the worst type of sabotage because, like I said 5 minutes ago, it ranges. It don't necessarily mean because we're using the word sabotage, somebody die, or you know what I mean. That detrimental. But at the same token, if you've been doing this for a long period of time, which most people can admit to, like me, like I said, when she said that shit, now going back to my shit, I'm like, damn, as long as I can remember, I was, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of that comes with complacency and comfortability. When you're comfortable in a certain realm, you will move different. Look at that in anything in life. When you go, you ever driving? When you're driving looking for a destination, you never been there, you just got a GPS or you got directions or whatever, you drive totally different than when you're driving the way you're going. Right? So because as soon as you come out of there, you're going home, different level of confidence, different swag, you're comfortable. You know exactly where you're going. Oh, next time I'm going to take this exit, you know all of that. But when you're looking, way less comfortable. You feel what I'm saying? So self-sabotaging is like, if this been going on for a long time, bro, it could shape you. And to a point, depending on how long it's been going on. I've seen it shape motherfuckers where they can't come back from it. Who it shaped them to be, that's who they are now. And none of us could help and change that because they've been doing that so long. It's like they always the biggest inside joke of the career criminal. They said the motherfucker keep getting arrested for the same shit, right? The career criminal, this motherfucker gets arrested for the same shit, but every time he gets hemmed up, he goes in there and he really believes in his mind and minds, he know what he did wrong this time. So when I go out, when you go out, you're gonna sell no more? No, I'm gonna sell. I'm just not fucking with them niggas on the hilltop. Nigga, you gotta the drugs is why you going to jail, bro. Nah, I know what happened this time. You know what? That's why I never use my mother car. Shut the fuck up. So the point is, depending on how long you mold yourself into something, it's like that woman. They say the women that like to get beat up, the domestic abuse chick who won't leave, or Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
This motherfucker been working on your emotions and mental for a decade, 15, 20 years. By the time they find the missing bitch, she don't want to go home. She think this nigga the greatest nigga on earth. Bitch, he stole you from Family Dollar.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So time can mold and shape you to a place. And that's why it's so important to, like you said, take an inventory. Take the inventory, take accountability for the things. And more importantly, like they say about niggas that's rehabbing drugs, the first thing you got to do is recognize there's a problem. When that lady said that shit to me, I'm sitting there in denial. But because of the other 2-3 things, I was forced to think about this lady for the next 48 hours. So I had to break everything down. So when I got to procrastination, I'm like, I see what she's saying. Like, you know, you may thinking it's just a luxury to have, or I could get to it and do whatever. But again, we don't know the coulda, woulda, shouldas that went along with that. Because there's things don't just happen in our universe and that's it. It never happens like that. It's impossible. It's physically impossible for there not to be moving parts around.
Connecting dots.
Yep. It's physically impossible. You know what I mean? Like right now, this moment in time, right now, think about how crazy this is. If we are not here right in this very moment, us three are doing something different.
Totally different.
And everything else attached to whatever that thing is, it's like a tentacles. It's like branches and ever going that connect to other things. But it ain't gonna happen. Why? Because we're sitting right here in this space. So until we come out of this space and Shawn going that way and you go that way and I go to then it's going to touch other things and it's going to spawn out again. But if we sat here extra hour, whatever was going to happen in this hour coming wouldn't happen. So it's the weirdest thing. So you got to take accountability and understand it's about how long we do these things. Not necessarily, first of all, we got to find them, you know, make a list. Like, it don't make you a bad person, people. It just make you doing the self-inventory list, checklist, and saying this is good, this is bad. I could do more of this, I could do less of that, blah, blah, blah. And always remember, all things in moderation, you should be fine any motherfucking way. This has been Motivation Monday. I'm your boy Talent, Amir, Silly, Shawn Harvey, coming together, splattered on the wall. Take what they say. I don't know who need to hear this, but take it and enjoy. And we love y'all, and then nothing anybody out there can do about it. Peace, my king.
Peace.
It's Monday, cocksuckers, and you better come prepared because they don't fuck around on Monday. Monday, most people come in, I had such a great weekend. Oh my God, go fuck yourself. That was then, this is now, bitch. It's a whole new set of rules. It's Monday. If you ain't waking up with a taste of blood in your fucking mouth like a shark 5 feet from the shore, you fucked up. You understand? Because Monday is when you go, everything else is like still the weekend.